Well, Sam, you said you had something in the car.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a joke.
I usually look to Matt because he either has like a sex story or a drug-related incident that he talks about.
So I got a joke. I don't know if this one may go over your heads or not.
I'm nervous for you right now.
Did you just call me stupid?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying for the other two. You know what I mean?
I see.
But so the other day, I walked into the pharmacy, right? Because I had to get some supplies because I was meeting up with a girl. You know, had to get some condoms, right? And so
Wait, did this actually happen?
So we get up to the counter,
Matthew.
right?
Sorry.
So I'm about to pay for my stuff. The cashier asks, "Would you like a bag with that?" I said, "No, thanks. I'm all set. I'll just turn the lights off."
Hang on.
Cute.
Oh, okay.
Because,
That's
because she was ugly.
Oh.
good. It
That's
took
the
me a
joke.
minute. It took me a minute. Welcome back to the Movie Mob Podcast episode. What number are we at?
28.
28. Almost at 30. Can you believe it, guys? Welcome back. If you're joining us for the first time, like, subscribe. Episodes drop every Friday at 6 p.m. We also got sidelined. If you guys are in the NFL football season's winding down, those episodes drop Monday at 8 p.m. with these two gentlemen right here, Matt, Sam, Nick behind the camera, and as always, RJ right here in the center of the
attention.
universe. Yeah.
What if like
modest though? At least he's humble.
Sure.
What if me and you? What if we took out RJ and we took over the movie mob? We monopolized the channel.
You'd make it mob-like. You're
Oh,
sending
yeah,
the hit
that's
out.
true.
The
Yeah.
mafia, baby.
That's what will make this show better. Hits. We need more hits.
Ooh.
Yeah. Killings. Jeez. No killings. Just figure
I think
it
we
out.
need something seriously. Like we need to rip on some people. Like we need to
that
let
comes
loose.
very naturally.
Comment
to me.
below who you want us to rip on.
Yeah, we just need some negativity.
very na-
you know,
very
I just feel like we're
naturally.
always so positive.
We need a little more Jack the Ripper
I'm not.
in our show, huh?
Sure, we can
Right
jack
on.
whoever. All right, so go
All
ahead.
right.
What do you
Well,
got?
we got movie news. Let's get into it. Bum 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 bum. God of War, the acclaimed video game series that Sam and I are big fans of.
Are you really? Have you played?
Yes.
I never
Yeah.
played.
Well, Sam has never played the games, but he watches the gameplay on YouTube.
It's very good.
It's a very interesting method.
Can I say one thing? I've never understood people that watch gameplay on YouTube because it's kind of like not being a dick. I'm just saying I'm trying to understand you better
Thanks.
because I don't get that you're like, wow, that game must be really fun to play. Why don't you just go fucking buy it and play it?
I'm good.
The only time I've watched it is if I'm playing the game and I need
That's what
help.
that makes
Like 2K?
sense.
Yes.
But the people that
2K
you know,
pack opening.
yeah.
like I would never.
That's fair. I did watch 2K pack openings.
No, but those are pack openings.
Yeah.
Those are big.
That's different.
No, there are a lot of people who do that.
Gotta get that
And you're
VC.
saving money. It's
Yeah.
free. It's free to watch. But
It's like Matt with his women.
yeah. But anyway, God of War, it's a PlayStation exclusive game. How many games have there been? At least 6.
I think
Yeah.
there's 7 total.
Yeah, so they kind of rebooted it, sequeled it in 2018, and this show is going to be adaptation of the 2018 game. So the concept is...
Adaptation.
I know, why do I
You
keep
do it
doing-
every fucking week.
It's all right.
bro.
I get one word wrong
Adaption.
out of the whole
It's not a word.
vocabulary. Yeah, I made it.
Go
How
ahead.
you doing? So the premise of God of War is Kratos is this Greek soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sam. That ends up revolting against the Greek gods.
Is it the big dude or the little
Yeah,
dude?
the big one.
Looks like me and Thomas on the boat. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at those two.
So he revolts against the Greek gods in the first few games, and then in the reboot sequel, he has a kid, and he's now in Norse mythology. So he's fighting Odin and Thor. So it's all mythological gods and stuff, and he's this big warrior. But I don't know. It's a really good story, especially the new games. So, but it is Amazon, so I don't know. Matt, you're nodding. Do you any interest? I think you'd like this.
Zero.
Really?
I gotta be honest. This is probably God of War.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Not one. Everything. I just learned everything I know about it from what you just said.
Yep.
No, but it's very popular. I hear a lot of people talk. I feel like I always see the commercials. God of War,
Yeah.
God
There's
of
that
War.
funny Ben Stiller one.
Yeah, I gotta play it. No, it's good. Sure, it'll be good.
But so are you more on the basis of I don't know anything about it, I'm not interested, or I know
I
what
don't-
it's about, I'm just not interested?
No, I don't give a shit. This doesn't
Interesting.
this doesn't interest me. The whole what is that face? What
We'll
do you
see
mean?
about that. I think it might. If
Okay,
it's good.
I don't know.
it's good.
Is the Allfather in it?
Odin?
Yeah.
Yes.
he is. Sam, what do you think? Obviously, you're excited for this.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the gameplays that Nick was ripping on me earlier
Yep.
for, but it's just because of the story. I'm very fascinated with the story, with how Kratos and his son are throughout this journey, and I especially love the last installment, the Ragnarok game,
Ragnarok, I'm playing it now, Sam.
because it's the journey to fight Odin and Thor. It's remarkable. I'm just hoping Prime doesn't mess it up like they did with Lord of the Rings and the Rings of Power. But, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to a trailer dropping, and we'll just go from there.
Well, it will be a while for a trailer. That's the big discussion, though, is who are they going to cast here? Now, Nick, any interest here in
None
this?
whatsoever.
Okay.
No movement
Well,
downstairs.
Sam,
Okay, shit.
Nothing.
Who would you like to see play Kratos? A lot of
inverted.
debates, people
I got a
throwing
name.
out wrestlers.
Dave Bautista.
I don't like that.
Jason Momoa.
It is a popular. Jason Momoa is my pick too. The picture I meant to pull up was they made a little art of Momoa. He's got the face. He's got the nose.
Dude, it's so spot on. Like, his face is very rigid. It matches, like, the symmetry with Kratos' face from the game.
And Kratos.
What about the body? The
Yeah.
guy's like a massive man.
And but the deep voice, like Kratos doesn't talk a lot. It's
Right.
not a role that needs a lot of great acting.
Henry.
So
Simple-
people have been throwing out Batista and Triple H. Triple H does look like Kratos, but I don't know.
I don't think he'd fare well acting-wise in this. I feel like the
Yeah.
show would be very bad with him.
Yeah.
That's why you need a more experienced guy like Momoa, who is used to roles
And he's
like
not
this.
playing Aquaman anymore, so
Yeah.
he's free.
I just wonder who would play Atreus.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, the kid from mid-'90s who voices him is pretty good, but he might be too old by then.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Either way, I'm excited, though I am worried about Amazon.
Yeah.
They put a lot of money into things, and it doesn't really equal quality of
Right.
recent. So
I bet it sucks.
yeah, I mean,
No, it's just
the
me being
story
negative,
is
but-
this. The material is so good that I'd hope
Okay,
they
maybe it's
it'd be
good.
Is
easy, but-
HBO? Are they a Time Warner company or are they
Warner Media? Yeah, it's what is it?
Is it
Warner Bros.
Warner
Discovery
Bros.
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But they would be perfect to do this. I wish they would, since they're already doing the
And
last
to be
of
honest
Us.
with you, 100%. If HBO was doing it, I'd be way more interested.
100%.
After suffering through the first episode and a half of Rings of Power, and then not watching the rest of it, I have zero interest. I have
Yeah.
zero interest.
Well,
and
it's-
these adaptations from
Yeah.
adaptations
Yes.
from these video games, they just don't scratch my itch.
Right. But The Last of Us, you agree The Last of Us looks good, right?
The Last of Us looks good, and it's on HBO.
Yeah, and it's weird because The Last of Us is also a PlayStation exclusive, which is this. So it's weird that they didn't keep that relationship going and
Right.
do it on HBO, but
Right.
more money, you know?
More bad news for Matt.
Yeah, more bad news. We should just rename this the Henry Cavill Show. Now, unfortunately, our luck last week, we recorded on Wednesday talking about possibly Cavill being out as Superman, but then the news officially dropped later that night. Gunn tweeted out that he had met with Cavill and that he's done. They sat down, they're going in a different direction. James Gunn revealed that he's writing currently a new Superman movie that's going to focus on a younger Superman.
He won't be the Man of Steel yet. He'd be like the Man of Aluminum.
Yeah,
you know.
well, and he'll be working at the Daily Planet, so kind of already established like the Batman did. But I mean, this sucks. I mean, Cavill released a statement on his Instagram. It was sad reading it. I mean, Matt, you look bummed.
I mean, DC, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, you get the guy. You know what I mean? I mean,
do.
he's there. He wants to play the role. I mean, I'm sorry. Who are you going to get to play Superman that's better than Henry Cavill?
sure.
I know there's only 300 million people in America, plus he's not even American.
No,
So,
but
yeah.
but who looks more like Superman than him?
No, you're right.
You know, no, he's the guy.
Yeah,
You know, and I don't know.
There's 7 billion people in the world. They'll find somebody.
they will.
I don't know.
You know how I know, Matt? Because they had him. They had somebody before him, and
They did.
No, but he's the best one.
He is.
He's-
Christopher
he's
Reeve
your favorite,
fans
that's
would-
for sure.
would
I think he's the
debate.
best.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think the fans. I'm not big. Usually, I fuck the fans. You know.
Yeah.
But I think the fans deserve this because they, f the people. They've been waiting so long for a Man of Steel 2. I mean,
Yeah.
what was the first one? 2014, 13.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on. Like, everyone's been wanting that movie. I thought the first one was really underrated, and he likes playing the role. He wanted to do it, and they finally got him back. Mm-hmm. And then, like, Gunn comes in, and I'm excited for Gunn. I think it's ultimately a good thing for DC. I think it probably comes down that Henry Cavill probably didn't fit Gunn's vision
Right.
of the future of the MCU and the direction he wants to go with Superman, because he likes to do like weird things with his characters. But I don't know, man. I would have liked to see Henry back as Superman. I think this news kind of sucks.
I agree. Sam?
Yeah, no, it does suck because he is our Superman. That's
Yeah.
all we know
He's
so
our Clark
far.
Kent.
I'm not really sure what direction they're gonna go with because
You're my
like
Clark Kent, man.
there hasn't
Thank you,
really
I
been
appreciate
like
that.
any names as to who's taken over yet.
Yeah,
right?
no.
So it really could be anybody, and I'm not really excited for that. I would have rather had Cavill in the spot, but as you know, it's no longer meant to be, which, you know, Matt is very disappointed about.
You know,
that.
I'm going to clip this as a soundbite for both of you two for when the next Superman comes out and he's literally perfect.
Yeah, we're all like jerking off
It's
over it.
like
Yeah.
it's Hollywood, bro.
It's emotion.
They're
in the
gonna-
moment. All right.
They're going to create
Well,
him
like,
in a
I'm not
lab.
certain actors,
Here's
you
the
know?
thing, though, that I want to bring up.
Yeah.
In a world of movies where we have so many multiverse shit going on, I don't think it's too far fetched to reboot the DC universe and have Cavill be Superman and have people be confused by that. I think all you got to do is release a 5-minute video on YouTube of Cavill saying, "Hey, I'm back as Superman, but this isn't the Superman from before. This is a new thing." And they're talking about how he's already established as Superman working at the Daily Planet. That sounds like Cavill's Superman. At the end of Man of Steel, he just starts working at the Daily Planet. Like, I need to find out more about where Gunn's going with this, that he really needed to recast Cavill.
I would agree.
You know? And the other thing, too, is he better recast everyone else.
Yeah.
He better not keep his
It
Suicide
looks like
Squad.
he is doing that.
You know, but is he going to keep his Suicide Squad? Peacemaker was the #1 show in the world.
It sounds like he's just going to recast, from what I gathered, the Justice League.
Right. And then, so is that a bias thing?
I don't know. It's probably more like they're like, when you think of DCU, everyone like has seen those movies. Those are the most popular ones, the most advertised. They're, you know, they make the most money off those ones. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like he's just trying to rebrand the DC overall.
I'm with you, yeah. And he did also say that he met with Ben Affleck, and Ben wants to direct a DC movie. So maybe he'll be.
What is this other picture that's over here?
So
Cavill's
that's-
Yeah,
moving on to do
what's
what?
this?
It's a Warhammer. It's a
that?
tabletop game. I don't know much about it, but it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like a
Or
sci-fi
like
thing.
Risk. Those people.
Yeah,
that
and
play
we all
Risk.
know Cavill's a big nerd. He
Yep.
plays these games. He's been trying to do this for a while, I guess, and he's going to lead and produce it on Amazon. Again, Amazon coming in.
Hey,
I mean, I don't know much about it, but Cavill seems passionate about it, and he's never going to not have work. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to find
No,
something.
I know, but like if you're Superman, you got to be late 20s to 40. That's
Yep.
what you have to be. And listen, he even though he's Superman, right, or was Superman, whatever, like he is still a human being in real life. So he's gonna start falling apart. I'm gonna bring this topic, this point up later again in the show because there's another person of the opposite sex who's having like quite the career this year or this year coming up. And I think it's because they're just trying to squeeze as much as they possibly can into this career before.
it all goes to hell.
Yeah, well, and which is unfortunate because I feel like, you know, I'm sure Henry Cavill will be like a Michael Caine. Like he'll have like tons of work for the rest of his life, you know, but maybe not. Like we've said this on the show before. He doesn't have like wide range of acting that we've seen. We've seen him play The Witcher. We've seen him play Superman. And that's like kind of it.
There's not a lot of layers.
Right, exactly. And I wonder, I don't believe it's true for the other person that I want to talk about later, but I wonder if that's kind of where they're.
But it is weird, Nick, because you brought this up before. We thought that he left The Witcher to avoid TV, and now he's going into another series again. So
Maybe it's the
weird.
opposite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
knows?
Who knows? But we love Cavill. We're going to watch
Lots
him
to
and whatever.
discuss.
We do have lots to discuss. We got some trailers. First trailer, 65. I didn't know about this movie. I just saw the trailer, and I watched it because I'm a big Adam Driver fan. So it seems like it's a kind of a Jurassic Park, you know, little prehistoric era thing. I'm guessing that, like, I don't know if it's a prequel to this Earth civilization or, like, they went back in time. But I don't know. He crash lands, and there's dinosaurs. Matt?
It looks pretty bad.
Really?
I
Okay.
think it's going to be a bad movie.
Yeah.
I get the, I mean, I just do. I think I get the vibes. Remember Will Smith came out with the movie with
After Earth.
Yeah, with his son. It did
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is After Earth Part 2 with Kylo Ren and the little girl.
Right.
Will I see it? No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be very good. I don't know. The trailer's cheesy. We've seen this movie a million times.
It is a bit cheesy, which is in Sam Raimi.
And I don't know. It's fine. We've seen this movie a million times. I guess if you like Adam Driver, it might be worth seeing, like you said. But just for me, man, no fucking way I'm spending $17 to go see Adam Driver go, fuck around with the dinosaurs, and at the end of the movie, either he dies or he makes it out.
Sam,
whatever.
Yeah, I'm with Matt on this one. I would say that this is literally Kylo Ren if his ship crashed. And he doesn't have his lightsaber; he's got a gun.
There you go.
Okay.
And he saves a kid from one of the escape pods or whatnot, and they're pretty much just fighting off the
turns
dinosaurs.
Out to be Rey, right?
Yeah, no, it's literally fucking Rey.
Yeah.
And no, it looks brutal. I swear to God, like the acting.
Sam's not in.
There is no shy of like bad lines and shit like that, and just bad acting in general. Like that one line when he was just like, we crashed or whatnot.
Yeah. Send help.
Yeah, send help. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
He didn't look enthusiastic at all. He's just like, send help. Okay.
Might be a little distraught,
Imagine Sam as a director. Where's your enthusiasm?
Where's your fucking enthusiasm, kid?
So funny.
But probably like a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's a low ball. Yeah. I think the concept's interesting. If they're going the direction where I think they're going, where like this actually did take place 65 million years ago, and these are kind of the Adam and Eve. Because you saw it. Well, no.
Where are you going with this? She was like 6 years old, the girl. What
I
the hell
know,
are you
but
doing?
maybe they meet another little boy. They put them together. How you doing? All right, this is getting weird. But I don't know. Maybe it's an origin story for Earth that we haven't heard yet. I don't know. I like Adam Driver. I probably will see it.
Of course you would.
Anyway, moving on to better stuff. Barbie.
Jesus.
So you have 4 Barbie pictures in here?
I do.
I put each one on its own slide, so just let me know when you want to do the next ones.
So we got the little teaser here for Barbie. Very short, but it gave me enough, I think. Gave us an idea of the tone, I think, and the
Did
look.
it give you enough, Matt? How you feeling over there?
It gave me...
what did it give you, Matt?
No, it gave me... It wasn't like, just enough to get you... You know what I mean? Get you...
Yeah.
Get you going a little bit.
Sure.
A little appetizer, a little...
I got to ask, I'm sorry. Are you going to spend the money to go see this movie?
I'll see Barbie.
Okay,
wow,
so probably not going to see Barbie.
I'll see Barbie. Honestly, it'll be like it's not going to be like an opening weekend. It'll be one of those like when we have time.
What if
it'll be like when you see no one else
Tuesday.
around?
It'll be a Tuesday when it's half off.
Well,
for $5.
Guess what? It comes out the same day as our next topic, Oppenheimer.
Wow.
So
you're
going to
have to make a choice.
I'll see it a couple weeks after.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Could do like a crazy double feature thing. You know what
That'd
I mean?
be weird.
Ooh.
I saw some great
Oppenheimer
memes about that, like me and the boys pulling up to see Barbie after Oppenheimer.
I mean, dude, I'm in it for Margot Robbie because she's a smoke. And also, I don't know, it's just kind of cool, like the whole like plastic like universe. Like I just think it's
I don't know
cool.
what they're gonna do. Like,
visually, it's appealing to me visually. Just quickly, like the trailer.
Yeah.
Like it pops.
that looks good.
I'm a big color guy, so, the colors are really popping.
That's
it's very
what I'm
bright.
pumped
Yeah.
for.
Look at that. I mean, I
Are you
don't know.
serious?
Ryan Gosling. I love Ryan Gosling.
This looks like an
Yeah.
80s aerobics video. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it'll be
Exactly.
good. I don't think it'll be good.
You don't think the movie will be good?
No. But that's not why I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't know what it's about, really.
It's about
Do you
Barbie.
have any idea, any
Barbie.
theories, Sam, what this could be about? Like, is Barbie entering the real world, or is it their own
It seems
world?
just like a kind of musical type thing.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of singing and dancing and whatnot.
Fair.
Kind of like a High School Musical
Yeah.
type thing.
That is dancing.
I will say that the woman who invented the Barbie doll, her daughter's name was Barbara, and that's where they got the name
There you
Barbie.
go.
Good for her.
So
Nice.
but it is technically based on a real person.
I don't think they're going that
Well, is
direction.
she like
Why
20
do-
feet tall?
No, and Barbie dolls are also about 9 inches tall. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, something like that.
Dude, you know what they should have done?
Yes.
F this movie, dude. You do a rated R Barbie.
Okay.
Like, dude, opening line is
Easy,
she's
Matt. Easy.
opening,
Easy.
like the opening scene. She like wakes up.
Matt,
Coke.
easy.
All right,
Told
never mind. I'm just telling you, dude. Come on, it'd be so much more
I know, but
interesting.
it's not
Matt-
you. It's the overlords and
If
places
Matt could
that'll-
make any movie better, it'd be cocaine.
It just makes it more interesting, dude. Like she wakes up, her head's on the ground. She's like, "Oh, where am I?" She like does a quick line. She
Her hair's
goes
all
up-
disheveled.
it's the
makeup's
Hangover
everywhere.
kind of like.
yeah. And then it's fucking Ken's like the fuck, it's like they're yelling, screaming at
Yeah.
each other, like
Hits
they're all
her.
mad. And like, but she's a badass.
What did he say, Hitzer?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was gonna say Barbie's like a badass killer. She fucking kills Ken. Opening
Shang-Chi.
scene, and then like and then
Oh,
she fights
jeez.
It is. It's
Oh,
Shang-Chi.
Are you
okay,
fucking
okay.
serious?
Yeah.
No, it's the guy who plays Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good actor.
No, he is.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here though.
They're doing a little aerobics or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an '80s aerobics video. That's what
it really is.
Get off your couches.
But I mean, I would have to see another longer trailer to actually get a grasp of the story here. But I don't know. It looks visually entertaining.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. So
I don't think it'd be too deep.
You know what else looks visually entertaining?
Oh yeah, Oppenheimer. Perfect timing. We talked about the pictures last week, and then we got this trailer kind of out of the blue here.
Seems a little early. Just saying.
It is a little early, but dude, those Nolan rollouts. It's like a Kanye album. Like,
he starts
there's
early.
like levels to it. And
Tenet trailer came out like 2 years before the movie.
yeah, and he has the teasers. Like he's playing a teaser for this before Avatar. So there's a rollout, and it's his first movie not with Warner Brothers now. It's with Universal after their big fallout. So I don't know. It looks awesome. Cillian Murphy in the lead role. I'm so pumped to see him lead in this movie. It's about time.
Dude, watching this trailer, I was excited for it because it's Nolan, because of the story, like everything we've talked about. But dude, just seeing the facial expressions given by Cillian Murphy, I mean, I don't think you could have picked a better guy. I mean, I know he's usually not a leading man, except in for movies. Anyway, he's leading as Tommy Shelby.
Yeah.
But dude, he's a leading guy. He's got the chops, man. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And just what he conveyed to me in that trailer without saying a word, just his facial expressions, I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You know what I love about this trailer too is you look at the top of that cast: Emily Blunt, Matt Damon,
Stars.
Downey Jr., Florence Pugh. But
A-list.
you didn't see any of them.
No.
It just focused on Cillian, which, you know, they're not going to sell this on just the cast. They're going to sell it on this Cillian's performance as Oppenheimer. So I'm pumped.
Not only, I mean, they're doing a lot of PR, dude. They're talking about the bomb with the,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
but you know what I'm
bunch of
saying?
stuff.
When you have a big cast like that,
But
they
they
could easily.
Sometimes I'm just saying, a lot of those memes are made by the studio too.
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
true.
Pump them out there, you know, like
Yeah.
there's gonna be tons of talk about this thing. I hope it's really good. I get nervous because I hope it's not a Tommy Shelby reboot.
Oh, that's okay with
What
me.
does that mean?
Meaning, Tommy Shelby's a quiet,
To me.
you know, like there's he's good.
It's a gangster.
I just hope it's not a typecast. I hope it's not like he plays the quiet scientist, but he used to play the quiet gangster.
To me.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope
I
I hope
guess.
there's a little bit of range there. I hope it's a little bit of depth. I hope it's a little bit more of emotion. Tommy Shelby's like a war vet that does heroin.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's got some emotion. He's got some
Fucking awesome.
problems, Tommy.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying I hope it's good.
I do too. I
You
think
know?
it will be.
I'm going to reserve judgment.
Yeah. Sam.
I'm still going to go see it in IMAX, though.
Yeah, of course.
Have to.
Sam, you
Dude.
sent me this.
No, I'm not even joking. When I saw this thing, when I was scrolling through YouTube and it was on my homepage and it said Universal Pictures and then it said Oppenheimer trailer, I was like, holy shit, there it
Boom.
is.
Right?
Fucking click on it. After I watched it, I'm sold, dude.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, they did a great job with the explosions, like the effects with that looked phenomenal. And then just like the storyline itself, I mean, I feel like he's going to put on quite a performance here.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's really going to sell you with all his actions and whatnot. So, like, you know, he may not be talking necessarily in certain scenes, but just like his facial expressions are just going to say 1,000 words.
100%. And it looked like, even though it was kind of a long trailer, it looked like they were using a lot of the same scenes, you know, locations.
Yeah.
So it probably really didn't show much of the movie. And
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a long movie.
yeah,
you
but
know,
you had
so-
the time, you had the ticking of the, you know, like it's that
It's Nolan.
Nolan.
He always he brings that sense of
Dude.
epicness. There's always stakes, Sam. There's always something on the line in Nolan's. No one's just prancing around. Shit's got to get done.
Like it's it's an event. Like when you
Yeah.
sent me that text and
is
I
an
saw that, I was in my room, I was cleaning out my drawer.
You stop what you're doing.
I stopped what I was doing. I closed my door. I pulled my pen. No, I did sit back in the bed and I just watched. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta.
Oh,
be there.
when you texted it to me,
Yeah.
I literally was in the middle of, I stopped. I was like, let's watch this right
But like when the music hits, when it says from Christopher Nolan, I
now. Oh,
mean,
you get
come
chills,
on,
dude. There's
come
movement.
on.
It's crazy.
Oh.
You know it's IMAX. You know it's going to be an event. You know it's going to be a big thing. It's a...
Yeah. I will say I am disappointed that he's kind of like not using Hans Zimmer anymore. He's going with Ludwig.
He's cheating.
For, you know, he's
cheating.
cheating. He's cheating.
Yeah,
But
shit happens.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's
He's
all
got to
right.
move on. But I don't know. This looks awesome. I'm seeing this over Barbie if I had the
Oh,
choice.
yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
But they both look good. Any final thought? I just love this line. I wrote it down in the trailer. He says,
"That's very professional."
What did he say? No, it's in my notes. Come on. Great line. Great line. You believe this? They won't fear it until they understand it, and they won't understand it until they used it.
That's
Great
the second
line.
quote you said from this movie already.
Yeah, the first one was
the
an actual quote from Oppenheimer.
from the guy.
But it's just, that's good. It makes me excited that they're diving into the guilt he has about this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
But
There we go.
anyway,
This is why I came today.
guys, I don't know if you've watched White Lotus, but we're going to review it here. Obviously, the first season got a lot of buzz, won a ton of Emmys. Jennifer Coolidge won an Emmy for actress there. So then, obviously, people started talking. Season 2 came out. I said, I'm going to give this a try. And I was pleasantly surprised with this series. We're going to talk about Season 2 primarily here because it just finished up.
Hot out of the oven.
Everyone now is caught up to it. I thought this season was even better than the first season. I thought the cast was phenomenal. I thought the story was really great. And obviously the ending was surprising. Matt, did you enjoy this?
RJ, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I liked season 1, like really liked it. Like I thought about it a lot, and I said, like season 2, like it'll, I don't know if it'll be as good, but I actually liked it better.
Yeah.
I like
real quick, just a caveat before we get too deep into it, because it just ended or whatever. Like maybe we don't like spoil too much. You know what I mean? But like we can definitely talk.
I don't know. Well, spoiler warning.
Yeah, put a disclaimer.
If you guys haven't watched White Lotus, skip to the next topic. Come back after you finish it. All right.
It's just so good because like I don't mind like when everyone's just like sitting around, just kind of like day in a life type of thing.
Yeah.
When like the characters are good, the acting's good, the aesthetics good. I feel like Tarantino always does that, and I feel like this guy who did what did he do before?
Mike White. He was in. He wrote School of Rock.
Yeah, he did like he did a great job of just like I don't know, just like creating the White Lotus in Sicily. Friggin', I related to some of the characters, which I like.
I related to a lot of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a great point. The characters are like relatable,
dude, and like it's real things, like real worries, like the monogamy of like getting like married and like having that like between Aubrey Plaza and her guy. Like these are things like I worry about. And I won't, I'll let you guys.
Is that the girl that's with the Asian dude?
Yes.
Yeah. How great. How underrated of an actress is she?
Oh, she's
awesome.
awesome.
She's great. And I don't only
so
seen her in
fantastic.
Parks and Rec before.
She's really good.
Yeah.
She's very, very good.
And,
I liked her. I like hated her character, but I loved what she did.
Sure.
With the
Performance.
character, like a lot.
No,
That's the thing is you kind of hate these characters, but you like them too.
But they're good.
Yeah, you want to strangle all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point,
Except
or another.
Lucia.
No,
Yeah,
honestly, even her. I'm just thinking from the perspective of like
I love
what
her.
these people do. I can't believe how big of a fucking idiot
Albie.
Imperioli's kid is.
Yeah, I'll be.
Like when he looks at his dad, I think it's the last episode.
It is.
When he looks at his dad and he's like, "I'm not a mark," and his dad's like, I'm trying to get with your mom. So
you are.
okay.
But
Yeah.
Like you're not. It's insane to me. The fact that what's it called? The pimp guy, whatever he is, the guy that was
with Lucia, like
yeah.
controlling her.
The fact that he's just like part of it. Like,
Yeah.
It's that kind of got glossed over for me, but if you pick up on it, like if you watch it, that's fantastic.
It is.
That's fantastic.
This
the fake fighting, the fake BS, the following. So
this
good.
show does like ask you to like pay attention and like see through those little things,
Which
which
I
is
think
good.
It's a smart show.
But I think that it's super important too because it is so easy with a show like that to be like playing a game on your phone because you think nothing's happening. And then if you like look down for 10 minutes and look back up, it's a different show.
Well, a perfect example is when I forget the character's name, but the lead of the group of gay guys, leader, like he foreshadows the end of Tanya's like character, and like when they first meet, when they're talking with the dialogue about the woman falling into the rocks and whatever, like it's crazy. Sam, you like this? Overall thoughts?
Well, RJ, just to put it into perspective, I watched this in like a day.
You did.
I'd say when Sam gets into a show, he goes.
He goes in.
You watch Curb Your Enthusiasm like in like 2 weeks.
Game of Thrones.
I don't half-ass this.
I like it.
I fucking went all out.
get
I
after
watched every episode just because it's so good. You can't just, take a break after one episode. You got to watch the next one, find out what happens.
Yeah.
What's going on with these characters. I mean, Imperioli's character, I love him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He changes his ways throughout. Redevelops the relationship with his son, his father, and then he's trying to get back with his wife back in the States, which hopefully it's to be continued. in
Yeah, we'll
season
see.
3. We'll find out.
Literally, that's his father. Another favorite of mine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I love the father's one-liners and stuff.
Oh,
and
dude, he's like, it was never that good looking to begin with. It's
Yeah,
a penis,
oh,
not a
he's great.
sunset.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the perfect. I know tons of people like that. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? My grandfather's like that. Like, it's just funny. It's very funny.
And then I don't really like Albie a lot. He seems like a wuss.
Kind of a chooch.
Yeah.
What about Portia?
Wicked show.
Portia? You know, just your typical broad. You know what I mean? Not really.
Yeah.
Not really into that kind of character.
I kind of liked her toward the end. She came around. And
Yeah, she
you know
made
who I
some
really
mistakes,
liked, who
yeah.
we never saw, was Portia's friend on the phone. That's like,
Oh, yeah,
you're
yeah.
in Sicily.
Go
Your
get some
boss
dick.
just let you go free in Sicily? Go get some dick. That's
Yeah.
what she
Yeah.
says.
Well, she
Seriously.
And it's
certainly
like-
does.
Why would you not? Like, you're sitting there, like,
Yeah, have some pasta, have some wine. Fucking
go
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
get,
All
well-
expenses paid trip to Sicily, and you're upset about the
Yeah,
fact
like
that your
what?
boss made you show
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Go meet somebody.
She did that with Jack.
With Jack, he
Yep.
was fucking his uncle.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh,
Maybe his uncle.
No, not his uncle.
crazy.
That's when
Yeah.
the show flipped.
It did flip
When
there.
she walked in and
Oh,
like-
dude.
Is he
kid
a
was
gimp?
giving it a
I probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Just minus the suit.
Yeah.
Watch Pulp Fiction for that. But I mean, what did you think of that? Because this, I will
was
say,
weird,
this
man.
was slow paced, and then
I
that
liked it.
happens, and that whole Tanya plot line really shifts this story, and it was
100%.
cool. It was really cool.
When she goes to get the tarot card reading, too, and
Yeah.
the woman's freaking out. Like,
Yep.
You know? But then again, right? So there's always like one, right? There's always one of the main, obviously all the gay guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was a whole thing. But like there's always, it seems to be that in every season, one of the main characters is going to have significant issues or not.
And
make
there's
it
going to
the
be a
next season.
death. Yeah.
Right.
Right. But like, so you watch the thing with the tarot cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have these other two couples that are one's out shopping and they stay in some random villa, and the husbands have these hookers that come over, and you're like, if something goes wrong,
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
everyone's dead.
yeah, everyone's screwed.
And then as it gets worse, because what's her name? You think that like there's some. I have a question. Did they hook up or no?
Yes.
The two other the husband and
It's
the. Why was
Eric,
the door latched?
Eric
That's
and
what
the,
I want to know.
Oh.
Why
Oh,
was the
You're
door
talking about
latched?
Cameron and
Yeah.
Eric's wife? Yeah.
yes.
They did. Yes.
So beyond the kiss that she talked
Oh,
about?
100%.
Okay. You
I
think
think
so too?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
There was some digital
I think so.
penetration, I believe.
I think so.
Some digital
Well,
penetration.
Think about this.
Oh, okay.
How long did it take him to notice that they weren't up at the bar?
Yeah, you
Like
never
how
know.
how much time went by, and then for the time for him to go back to the room and whatnot,
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my whole point.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
I
And
like
then-
that though. They leave it up to the audience.
and then
Yeah.
the door and whatnot. You know what I
the
mean?
door was latched. Like
Yeah.
that is like,
yeah, what
what
are
are
you allowed
you
to do?
dude.
1 second, honey. I'll be right there.
Well, they also left it up to interpretation with
Yeah, the
her
other two.
husband and the
I think
other
they
wife
definitely did.
Oh,
on
100%.
the island.
See,
yeah, I mean, what
I
were
don't
you-
know if they did. I
No,
think that
really.
was more like in his head. Not like that sequence didn't happen, but I feel like it was definitely more of him being like, I could totally do something right now. And then if it would make sense to me if he didn't do something, and then he's like, they didn't do anything. I didn't do anything, and I had the opportunity. What kind of person would I be?
Well,
You
I
know?
was gonna say, like at the end, after it pans away from that scene of them walking to like the other part of the island or whatnot that they're staying
Yes,
on.
yes.
Then it shows them at the dinner table in like one of the very next scenes, and you can just tell that something's not right.
Well, I
There's
think
a lot of tension there.
I think too is like from my understanding of that their specific plot line with the couples. At the end, it showed that Aubrey Plaza and the other guy needed a bit more of the other couple's relationship to re-spark theirs, if you know what I'm saying, because they were like very free flowing, and then by the end they kind of reconnect weirdly over that aspect. So I'm willing to bet that both sides did something there.
Yeah,
You know?
I
That's
think
my
it's-
interpretation too.
It's an interesting. It's an interesting thing. I think that it's. I really like the blonde lady. I like that she was like the blonde. What Cameron's
Stifler's
wife?
mom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cameron.
Cameron's
no,
wife.
the
I
other
think her
one, yeah,
name's
yeah.
Nicole, maybe.
Okay, but I liked that she was like, yeah, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I know what I signed
You
up
think
for.
she's stupid, but she's not.
She's not. She's
Yeah.
super in. Like
knows.
she's like, I know exactly what's going on. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not a victim either because I know what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And it probably you can tell it like still hurts for her to like talk about certain things or whatever it is, but at the same time, like multimillionaire. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Do
She
whatever
goes-
you want. As long
she
as you come
goes-
home to me, do whatever you want.
She
you know?
goes and gets the massage, starts talking about the masseuse.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like constant stuff. Like she knows that that he wants to do whatever he wants, so she goes out and she rents a villa on his dime.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go and do this, and can I call Cam first? And she goes and and just does it. And he kind of freaks out a little bit too. He's like, "What do you mean you're staying? What are you staying over where? What do you mean?"
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
yeah, yeah.
So like they both do that little
Different
power
power dynamic,
dynamic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Shifting.
So,
like it.
I mean, aside from those plots, obviously Tanya's plot, spoilers here, obviously, her character came to her demise.
Dude, I thought it was a perfect ending for
It was,
her. Like that's
yeah.
because like if they had like actually like murdered her and like they showed it, like that would have like that wouldn't have sat well with me.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would have been like, I don't know.
Well, I love how she's kind of the hero, and then
Yeah,
she
and then
just like
no,
fucking
it was a
ruins
perfect. She would die like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because like she's kind of this like dumb, like nonchalant
Yeah,
character.
klutz.
She all of a sudden
it all
like
together.
puts all together this big conspiracy, and then literally dies because she can't use the stairs
after
to
she
go down
figured
to
it
a
all
boat.
out.
Yeah,
No, that was well done.
Nick, you weren't happy with that, or are you just mad that you lost that character?
Yeah. No, I mean, I probably would have liked just whenever you kill a dope. You know what I mean? Whenever you kill these idiots like characters, it just doesn't. It's not as impactful. I feel like if something had happened to Albie, I would have been like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
but
would
like
have been
Tanya
"Are
was
you
kind of the
kidding
main
me?"
character.
But I was thinking, honestly, I was thinking something was gonna happen to Portia because I thought she was gonna call out the boyfriend, the British boyfriend, for doing what he was doing with the uncle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he was gonna do like I thought that's the direction the show was gonna go. I just figured like, I don't like when the bad guys win. And the husband, who by the way, Jackson and I have been watching this, and he was the one who pointed out to me on the first episode when the guy shows his face. He goes, "Is that Uncle Rico?" It's Uncle Rico from Napoleon
Oh, shit,
Dynamite.
you're
right.
It is,
Wow.
bro. It
Yeah.
100% is.
Wow.
Greg.
I couldn't believe he got it in
Yeah.
like 3
He's
seconds.
right.
He was like,
"Oh my god, I didn't even put that together."
dude.
Wow, that's
the
good.
fact that he's such a dick,
Yeah, he
and
is
he
a
like
dick.
kind of wins, and I don't.
Because I like Greg in the first season.
Just doesn't. We're all supposed to.
Yeah,
You know, little do we know that he's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. I can't wait for season
Really?
3. The writer says that it's going to be a
Fuck yeah.
something in a Middle Eastern exploring religion and obviously
Like,
pomp and
You got
circumstance and wealth.
guitar.
Can we
during
talk
the World
about
Cup.
Valentina, the
She's
manager?
awesome.
Yeah, she was
Wow,
a good too.
yeah,
I
no,
loved
she
her
was great.
character.
She's no Armand, but
She was significantly more efficient than Armand. Okay,
I think he's a
Armand
better
was
character.
the best part of
like-
season
I
one.
like Armand.
I thought Valentina was one of the like if you really understand the which is probably why I like her so much. If you really understand the culture and her position and the pressure she puts on herself, I related a lot to that character, to be honest with you, like a lot.
No, she was awesome.
In many ways, and just one of the best moments ever was when she's. I think I've said this to you before, RJ, because you guys hadn't watched it yet. But when at the end when she's saying to Salvatore, who the girl
Mia.
she goes up to Valentina and she says, "Can you send him back out to the beach or whatever? Because he's flirting with me." And it's,
Oh,
Not
wait.
Mia.
No,
Not-
that's
not
not
Mia.
Mia.
Yeah,
It's
the
the other
chick.
girl that works
She was
upstairs.
cute. She was cute too.
She works the
Yes.
front desk.
Girl
The
number
front
B.
desk.
Girl B.
the
We
one
know-
that
we
likes
know.
Rocco.
Yeah.
The one that likes Rocco.
Rocco. I'm Team Rocco.
Yeah,
I
Team
like-
Yeah,
Rocco.
yeah. But Rocco gets replaced with Salvatore.
Yes.
But then he's like an older guy and he's flirting with her or whatever, right? And so she goes up and she's like, "Hi, he's like making me really uncomfortable, dude. Can you send him back out to the beach?" She goes, "Yeah, no problem. Salvatore, you're going back out on the beach." He goes, "Excuse me. One day I'm on the beach, then I'm here, then you send me back out to the beach. Tomorrow, where am I going to be?" She goes, "In the kitchen washing dishes. Get out of here."
Yeah.
That was great.
I just
good.
it's the best line and it's just so quick and he's like he doesn't know what to do and he just goes, but I just
Yeah.
No, she was
she's
awesome.
she's so with it. Like she's so right there. It's
I was
just really
happy
good.
too when she like hooked up with me and like
Yeah,
kind of
bro.
I was like,
get
all right,
some.
I was like, she deserves it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
good
yeah.
for her. You know?
Yeah, like
And
she deserves to like get
Mia's
off
a
little
good
bit.
character too, getting obviously the singing job and stuff.
Yep.
And that
Yeah,
whole thing
the
was funny
other
with
guy,
the pill.
piano guy, was
Yeah.
such a dick.
I know.
Such
But
an asshole.
I mean, it's just. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, I was a big Lucia fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
oh
she-
really? I wonder why.
I think she was the best part of the show.
really?
Even after what she does.
Oh,
at
I
the
don't
end?
care.
yeah, I think that's
Get yours.
Albie's fault.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh, 100%.
that's like you can't.
That's on him.
50 grand.
Don't hate the player. Hate
Yeah,
the game.
You get
Are
played,
you out of
you
your
get
mind?
played by a player. You know what you're getting into.
But what you you said earlier, you think that her pimp was in on it the whole time?
Oh yeah.
110%.
I think
He's
it was
not a
all
pimp.
ploy.
When they first are in the very first thing,
Oh.
like the very first scene of episode 1, she walks right by him and she's like,
I didn't
"Hey,
even
how you doing?"
notice
Whatever.
that.
And he's like, "Oh, hey," they're all up.
Yeah, they're all
whatever, right?
friends.
Shit.
And then they go up to the boat and they watch the people getting off the boat and all that stuff.
They're
Like
picking their victims.
he is
Oh,
he's
yeah,
there
yeah.
from the very beginning. And then at the end, at the very, very, very,
Yeah, they're
very
okay
end,
again.
they're all everybody's happy and whatever. And look how much
See, at the end, I took that as like she used the money to get rid of him, but now that makes
No,
sense because
no,
I
no.
wasn't even thinking of him.
No,
until
they
the end.
split.
It's probably, to be 100% with you, it's probably her brother, okay? Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I swear to God, they're probably like that in cahoots.
Right.
And they're just like, this is how it's going to be. I mean, they had me going. Don't get me wrong. They had me going for a minute.
They
and
did.
I went back because, like I said, I've been rewatching it with this kid over here. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like picking up on these little things and I'm like, like they
It
told
makes
you.
sense the
Like
second
they're
go
telling
around.
you the whole way through. It's
Yeah.
so good. dude.
They had me for a second. I really thought like her and like Elby
Yeah,
were like. I
she's
was like,
so
oh,
mean.
like she's really. But then like at the end of the
At
day,
the end, you knew. What
but she's
she was in
awesome. She's
for.
the best. I thought
She
was
wants
the
to
best
buy
part
the
of the show.
store. Remember,
I
they walk
love
by
when
the
she
store.
says to Albie, he's what a moron. What a moron.
Mamook.
He is a mama look, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's
He's a chooch.
insane. He's such a chooch.
Big
that
time
kid.
chooch.
Can you imagine she gets up in the morning and she goes, "It's 2,000 for the overnight," and he
He's
goes,
like, huh?
2,000 what? Are you moronic?
Yeah.
Like you are
What about the
such a pansy.
what about the scene where he's like, "All right, I saved you a seat down below." To Portia when she was talking to Jack, like when the gays first meet, like Tanya, and they're hanging out at the beach club.
Yeah.
That scene where he's just like, "All right, well, you know, I got you a seat down below." She's like, "Okay, sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna sit with you." Like,
Chooch.
Oh yeah.
like he should have known that she wasn't gonna hang out with him
yeah.
because she wasn't
Oh,
making.
dude,
the
he
time.
picks up on no signals, and then he like touts this like wokeism kind of like ideology, thinking that he sounds smart when he's not even spreading that stuff correctly.
You know
Like he's
what's
just
funny?
out there talking about random crap.
They do that too in the first season with the couple's kids with Sydney Sweeney and the other girl
And the,
kind of
the
doing that
friend,
same thing.
the friend Paulina.
You know what I like about this show too, and what Mike White does is he doesn't take sides.
at all. You don't know where he lands.
Everyone in terms of their political views, social views are like everyone's represented there, and he muddies. You know, it's not black and white. You know what I'm saying? So
That really it does help.
Yeah.
It helps a lot because you don't
because it's so overt nowadays. Sometimes when you watch
across
stuff.
the board.
yeah, on
Every
both
show.
sides, yeah.
Every show. Yeah, and it's like the left will poke at the right and the right would
Right.
poke at the left, and it's everybody's represented in this type of show.
Mhm.
And I think it's a great concept. You follow a
It is
chain,
cool.
a chain of
It is really
hotels.
cool.
It is.
Awesome.
And like
yeah.
beautiful places with beautiful
Yeah.
It's
people.
fantastic.
Well, so we
Awesome.
got
yeah, absolutely.
we got season
Easy to
3
watch.
coming out. Any hopes? Do you think? I'll ask this question. Do you think any of the characters from this season will cross over like Tanya did?
Yes,
Who do you think?
I think it's Imperioli's family
110%.
part 3.
Just their family? Okay.
110%.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't think this is the last of some of these other characters.
I
too,
think
that
it.
we've-
Okay.
I think it's going to include the mom as well. You know what I mean?
They did leave that very open. I like that theory.
I think that's why. Like, I think the next one might be a family. Like, they might be the new Tanya, and then they have a family trip. They take the daughter and the wife
Oh, I
to
like
Abu
that.
Dhabi or something like Dubai, something like that.
Well, because on the phone when he calls the wife, she's like busy or something, so they don't even have the conversation.
Exactly, which
Yeah.
is why it's so open ended.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that, Matt.
Yeah, I think if they bring someone back, it's either going to be them or maybe Portia.
I think if they do bring her back, I think if they bring
Portia
that family
will-
back, Portia will be
Yeah,
involved
so
because it gets the number.
I would
and all
agree
that
with
stuff.
that.
I like
that's
that
right.
Yeah.
theory. That's
I'd agree with
good.
that.
Well,
Which is why I like that too, because it kind of goes to show, like, especially in the dating game, like, it doesn't necessarily just because, like, let's say you like some chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to date her, and then she ends up being like not interested, at least at first, and she goes and hooks up with some other dude. It doesn't mean that she's never gonna hook up with you, or
Yeah.
that she's never gonna want to date you or be with you. But like, she definitely made the wrong choice in the beginning, and then at the end, she's like, you know what? But like, do you get what I mean though?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, don't try and be something you're not. Just stick. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, right.
So good for Albie. I think he does kind of mature a lot throughout the show, and then at the end, he's kind of more. I loved when all three of the guys turn around and look.
Gonna say,
dude, it's just very, very well done. This is a very well executed.
That was probably my favorite scene of the whole show.
Yeah,
it's very good.
She passed by there.
So I mean, I'm pumped for season 3. It's already in development, so
shit.
hopefully we'll be getting that next year sometime.
All right, can we get back into the spirit of the
yeah?
holiday?
So Christmas roulette. We got the Santa Claus this week. My personal favorite Christmas movie.
Same.
Tim Allen. It's a classic. I watched the Santa Claus 2 the other night too. I'm watching the whole trilogy. You know, but
they're coming out with a show, no?
It is. It's already out. That's why I got to finish this so I can start it. But what do you guys think of this? You know, obviously, I think everyone here loves this movie.
Yeah,
Matt?
I mean, this is my favorite Christmas movie. I freaking love it. Just the whole aesthetic, everything about it. I love Tim Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bernard the Elf.
Yes.
He's my favorite elf.
The hot chocolate.
Dude, that's a great scene when they do the hot chocolate. I mean, come on, the little girl elf is like showing them around.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just great.
Some of the tech is not aging well, though.
Nah,
CD,
come on.
compact disc.
I don't know. Just too when like Santa Claus falls off the house. Like, that's iconic.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my favorite Christmas movie. I just think it's awesome. The fucking the father, the other guy, what's his name?
Neil.
Yeah, Neil. Like, I don't know.
Fucking
Just
love Neil
just
with the
all of it.
sweaters.
Yeah, well, Neil's head comes to a point. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
one-liners
all
that
great.
Tim Allen has they make the movie. It's
They do.
When
so
he's
good.
ordering lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
No,
there's so many classic scenes.
This movie was genuinely like funny.
Stung
awesome.
by a bee, Scott?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Sam.
Dude, this movie's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just nostalgic right here. I mean, watching this again, like, obviously, because you watch it usually around this time for most people. But anyways, you know, this is just a cult classic. I mean, there's so many lines from this movie. Like Nick was saying last week, he can literally cite this whole movie. If he watched it with no audio, he would know what's going on, what he's saying. And, you know, it's just great. I mean, it brings back a lot of happiness, a lot of good memories.
100%. It is very nostalgic. Nick.
I usually watch it Christmas Eve every year. I did watch it. I watched it at the very last minute. I watched it this morning
Oh, wow.
because I wanted to just re-up and just make sure I got everything that I wanted to get out of it. And again, it's just that before he becomes Santa Claus, that version of Scott Calvin.
Yeah.
I think what's really cool about this movie, there's a lot of cool things. He's a really good dad. The guy's and it reminds me of my dad. Like the guy is a complete asshole, right? He is divorced. He's sarcastic. He's rude. He's whatever. And then when it comes down to that moment of like there is no, and he looks at Charlie, and it turns out that he's like, there is no reason we need to tell anybody else about this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like he can't let his kid down. Just what a good like without being overt. You know what I mean? Without it being like a father-son kind of, you know what I mean? Like kind of bullshit moment. Like he's just like genuine, and that totally comes across. When Charlie comes around the corner in the beginning of the movie and he says like, "Oh, why do you guys always have to fight?" And he goes, "That's actually, we're not fighting. That's your mom's singing voice. It just sounds like cats going at it." It's like, how do you not love that? He's so quick. It sounds so natural. Like it's just right off the dome. Like
that is true. He's great. I mean, it ain't the same movie without Tim.
No, Tim Allen makes the fucking movie.
He's Buzz Lightyear.
He's the Santa Claus.
Yeah. You know, can you believe it? But I don't know. I watched the Santa Claus 2 the other night. Not bad.
it's probably why Johnson's got his secretary on his lap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was good.
It's
yeah.
so good, dude. It's
it's an
so
adult
good.
I
Christmas
miss when
movie,
these
too.
kids' movies, because I watched The Grinch the other night, too. I miss when they have inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, like for
Okay,
adults.
sorry.
Yeah.
Did any of you? Did you actually watch it this week, or are you just remembering shit from when you watched it? Matt, don't lie. Did you watch it or not?
No, I watched
I
it.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Because the first time I've seen this movie. Now I've seen it 28 times. This is the first time I noticed, though, in the very, very beginning when they're doing the Christmas carols.
Yes.
And they show the kids looking through the window, and that blonde chick has the pointy ear.
Oh,
I've never
No
known
In
way.
the first 30 seconds, there's one. They show the kids. They're panning kids. They cut to something else. They cut around. They cut back to this kid, and the one girl turns away in the first like 30 seconds of the film.
Interesting.
Right on when he's
We
on
got
his way
Elf
home.
Scouts.
When he's on his way home, and he's on the phone going,
That's pretty
"Oh,
cool.
and that's not very ladylike."
Yeah.
And he's and there's nobody
Wait,
on the road with him.
Are you implying that it was an inside job? That they chose Scott Calvin?
I just think they're always around. You know?
oh, they
All right.
are, especially at the end.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
just
Like when they play football at the North Pole.
And I love
that's in the second one.
in the second one.
With Curtis from the Cat in the
I do
Hat.
like Curtis.
Great guy.
Love him.
Made a mistake,
I love
though.
Bernard though. I think that if they had kept that actor around, it would have done.
Well, he's only not in the third one, right?
No, he's not in the second one either.
No, he's in the second one with Curtis. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in the third one.
Him and Curtis are button heads there because Curtis wants to clone the Santa Claus. He says, "No, I don't want you to clone the Santa Claus."
Yeah, Bernard was right.
Because then Tim Allen has to go get a wife.
Do they ever address what happened? So there is one kind of plot point in this whole thing that he asks, and it's like the obvious question that everyone's wondering, and then they just don't answer it. When they're doing the fire retardant kind of suit, and he goes, "That's all great, but what happens if I fall off a roof?" And then they just cut to something else. Like,
that's it.
Do they ever address it in any of the trilogy?
Oh, you die.
I guess that's how you go out.
That's the only. That's his kryptonite.
I love that it is that it's a legal clause. Like I love and putting on the hat and jacket. It's so good, and you see his face through the thing when he's reading it, and
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
But try to understand this all day. I could do lines from the movie
I'm
all
a
day
very
long.
busy elf.
It is. Yeah, it's.
Perfect.
And they renewed the Disney Plus show for a second season, so I'll have to watch it.
I got pointy shoes that are older than you. Yeah. All right, I'm an elf.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love him eating the sandwich.
I think it's very interesting that they didn't. So it's one of those like controversial kind of things. But does anybody else feel like it's moderately weird that they didn't use little people for the elves? They use children, because I feel like if you use little people, then they say that you're putting them.
But I feel like the go-to is always little people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you use them, then you're looking at them like. Then they say like you're objectifying.
Yeah.
But when you don't use them, they say, well, that could have been a job for like 300 little people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to go.
I mean,
crazy.
in Elf,
I'm just asking.
they just use like
forced perspective.
Yeah.
On pretty much everything.
Right. I don't know. I like the kids.
I'm cool either way.
Cool,
I don't. It's whatever.
But
well,
what a movie. Let's. We got one more here.
We do.
We got Christmas this weekend, so this is gonna be the final one for this year. So let's get into it. How you doing? How the Grinch Stole Christmas, baby.
Here we go.
Dr. Seuss.
Jim Carrey.
Unbelievable.
There's
I
really
mean,
nothing like
what a way to end it with this one.
This is the movie.
Yeah, it is.
This is
I just
last
rewatched
two.
it, so I'm fresh. So let's get into it next week, guys. Next
hate.
Friday, watch The
hate.
Grinch.
Now, we always end off with the question of the day.
Yeah, but we got a fan question today. We do.
I was just going to say.
Nice.
Yeah. From
do.
Deep Sneakers, back at it again.
Shout
Thank you
out.
for the question, and it's a great
Thank
question.
you.
It's a question that I actually went to sleep last night thinking of.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough question, and I don't even know if I'm happy with my answer yet because I had to really think.
You see that, Deep Sneakers? You're keeping RJ up at night.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But what single film would you turn into a trilogy? So, it only has one movie. You would
Currently.
expand it.
Right.
Not
could be an old
so
one.
you can't pick the Batman because we know we're getting the second one.
Yeah, you
all right?
can't pick anything superhero because
Okay.
they all make money.
I will
I
say
got
the
an answer.
first one that came to mind though was Man of Steel, but Batman v Superman technically is a sequel. So
I got an answer. It might be a little cheating
okay,
because I think there were plans to make it a trilogy and it never came to
well,
fruition.
if it never, yeah.
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
I am a
one.
big fan of that movie.
sure.
And I think it kind of ends on it. Like it's its own movie, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the story goes on.
Well, there's multiple books. Yeah,
And I think you could really dive into the relationship between Craig and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just think there would be. I left that movie wanting more.
Yeah, Fincher wanted to do more.
And I think
yeah.
I think that would be I don't know. I think that would be a cool.
It's a great answer.
That
I
is a
like
very
And it's
good
not your
pick.
typical like superhero kind of. We're just gonna
No.
roll out more to make. I feel like there'd be a good story there.
I agree.
So that's my answer.
And the source material.
Mhm.
That's a good pick. Sam.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with Inception.
Ooh.
That's I don't know what it is. Do I just like give off these vibes
Yeah.
every week? They just land on either Sam.
I
or-
thought about Inception
thought
too.
about it, too.
I decided no,
was
but
perfect
I
movie.
think there's an
Well,
idea.
because you can explore like in the beginning, like how the dreams inside of dreams works.
Yeah.
Go like that little backstory, and then take off where you left off at the end there, and just make.
So
a
with
third
same
movie.
characters, or like at least Leo coming back. See, to me, the ending of that movie is so like I love like how it leaves
yeah.
off.
No, it's great.
It's a perfect
as a
ending.
Makes it a
standalone
good
movie.
question, you
It's a
know?
perfect ending.
Yeah,
Is that
no.
most of these movies that there's only one of,
Right.
there's a
That's
reason there's
why
only
it's
one
a
of
hard
them.
question. Yeah.
Right, it's a fantastic question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
no,
no,
it just makes you wonder a
well,
little bit.
there were theories that Tenet was going to be an Inception sequel
Really?
early on, but
Yeah,
then obviously that
terrible
wasn't
movie.
true. But No, that's a good pick. Nick, do you have a second one then?
I'm thinking.
Well,
Sorry, Nick.
So mine is, I don't know if you've seen this, but I know you're not huge on this movie, but I'm a big fan. The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Really?
I love that movie. And I
On
think
Netflix?
have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's good. I don't know. It's just like their dynamic was good. It was funny to me. The 70s vibe. I think it would be cool if they were debating a sequel, but I don't know. Their relationship together in that movie was awesome. So I'd like to see that.
It was a good dynamic.
Or if you want to keep it in the family, The Other Guys. I don't think they'd be as funny anymore, but
No,
I'm going with The Nice Guys. Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe.
See, the only problem, right, is I feel like you could take. I wish you could take, and I don't know if this is this might be a different question that I'm like posing here, but it's within the same realm. I don't know if you would have to make a sequel and then a trequel or whatever to it, a triquel, but like I don't know if you could take a movie and divide it up to dig more into a story as well. You know, do you get what I'm saying? So like if you took like Wolf of Wall Street and divided it into 3 movies, might be kind of
You really
interesting.
just don't want to answer this question.
No. I just don't know because here's the problem, right? Like you said, Inception, it ends perfectly. And every movie that has a sequel or a third movie, a lot of the times we don't like them.
Yeah, it's
We're
the
like,
same.
what are you
same
doing?
Shit, you know, just not.
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of these, but there have to be some movies. Like I wish that like someday I hope that they make a biopic about Michael Jackson. That's like really good.
And it's not just one movie.
It would be an interesting thing. But see, now I'm so into like series, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see young Michael Jackson, like the 10, 11-year-old Michael Jackson when he was famous. He was like one of the most famous singers when he was 10 years old.
Right.
So like you could do like every season could be like a decade of his life, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Or each movie focuses on one of the kids.
Sure. What? Yeah, you could do the Jackson 5. You could do that
That's
too.
not what I meant.
Easy.
Wow.
Easy, bro. So my point is, it's a Christmas edition of this show, for God's sake.
PG-13.
But I'm saying, like, he was a very famous person, right? So that's, and the reason I thought of Michael Jackson is because they've already made the Elvis film. But you can't do like a biopic and end the first one with someone's death and then make a sequel to that. You know?
No,
what I mean?
an MJ trilogy, you're talking billions. That would make a lot of money if they did that.
It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
If they found the right person to play Michael, it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You're going to produce it.
Yeah, I'll produce it. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe write it.
Sure. But I mean, a great question from DeepSneakers. That's tough. I'm gonna keep thinking about that. Maybe I'll have a better answer next week.
I know. I'm sorry that I don't have a better answer.
It's all right. It's the Christmas season. We'll let it go. You know.
I just want to say to all 3 of you guys really quick, we're gonna get a little sentimental here before Ajit does his
that ain't
outro.
right.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious. I don't care. I want the world to know. I want the world to know. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Seriously. And I love when you come in every week. And I love the show. And I love you guys on Sidelines, seriously. And it's. I hope you all have like an awesome Christmas.
You too.
Thank you. I
Nick.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you for
You too.
having
Thank
us.
you, Nick.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching too. You know, I mean, have a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. It started Monday. It continues, you know. Guys, throw it on. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Throw it on the TV. Your family's eating. Maybe your uncle's falling asleep on the couch. Wake them up with the Movie Mob podcast. Okay, guys? But watch The Grinch. We're going to be reviewing it next Friday, our final Christmas movie. Then we're going to bounce back into the regular movie roulette. And we might have some change-ups. You know, we've been debating something with that. But we'll see, guys. So like, subscribe. Answer this great question from DeepSneakers down below. What single film would you make a trilogy? We'll see you next week. How you doing?